Hello, everybody. My name is George Williams, and I'm the Next Search Catalog Coordinator for Northeast Kansas Library System.
And I'm Christopher Brannon with the Coeur d'Alene Public Library and the Cooperative Information Network.
And this is another one of our every other week videos. We've been talking about tips and tricks with SQL and Koha reports lately. And right now on your screen, you should see the Koha US homepage. And you can always find our videos if you go over here to Learn From Us, Learn From Koha US. And there's a link here that'll take you to the bottom of the page where the videos are. And we're recording ahead for the holidays. I'm not sure what number video this will be. Probably, I think maybe number 8 or 9.
We have 3 or 4 more that will be added to what you're seeing here.
Yeah, by the time you see this one, there'll be 3 or 4. There'll be at least 3 more in this row. So, but there's all kinds of useful stuff you can find here on the Koha US education page. And this is another time we're going to be talking about SQL and reports. So I'll also hop over here to the Koha Wiki. It's at wiki.koha-community.org, and if you look for SQL Reports Library, there are a ton of reports here. And what we've been working on for the last few weeks are kind of going through some of these tips and tricks of how to write better reports. And what I'm going to show you today, this is something that we touched on really briefly last time around, and it's a function in SQL called coalesce. And so I'm going to show you an example of a report that I've got already on my system. And we're doing this on my system today because we don't have enough data in the Koha US demo system. But actually, let me edit this report first before I run it and show you what I'm trying to do. So this is something that happens to me from time to time where somebody will want to know information about an item that's already been deleted. And they will usually have a barcode number for an item that's been deleted, and then they're going to want to know more about it. And so the data that when you delete an item, it doesn't remove all of the data from the system instantly. It actually, all of the item data gets moved over to the deleted items table. So that's all that's really happening when you delete an item is it's just taking the data out of the items table and it's moving it over into another table. And so sometimes if you want to find out information about an item that's been deleted, if the deleted items table hasn't been purged in a while, then it's possible that the data is still there in the deleted items table. We actually have our deleted items table along with a bunch of other tables set so that it's purged automatically when data is more than 13 months old. So in our system, if you delete an item, the item data gets moved from items to deleted items, and it stays there for 13 months, and then it's deleted completely. Otherwise, we would have a really bloated deleted items table.
Right.
But all I'm getting from this report is I'm getting the Biblia number, the item number, barcode, home branch, holding branch. I'm just getting some really basic information from the deleted items table. And so I'm going to run the report, and it's going to ask me for a barcode number. And so this item was, here's the basic information. But the thing about this is, I've got another one here too. I'm going to run it for this same. So those are 2 different barcode numbers, and they give me some basic information about the item. I don't have any author or title data though. And that's because in this report, I'm only looking at the deleted items table, and the items table and the deleted items table don't include any of that bibliographic information like author, title, etc. So I've got a second report here, and I'm going to put the same barcode numbers in here. This first one, I get no result. And the second one, I get a result. And this one, the title is it's Muriel of Redwall by Brian Jakes. So let me show you what the report's doing this time. So what I've got going on is I've got the same information from the deleted items table, but right now I'm linking it to the Biblios table.
Okay.
So I'm getting the author and the title from the Biblios table. So with that first barcode number, I get 0 results. And with the second barcode number, I get a result. So any guess as to why that is, Christopher?
I would say that the Biblio information was deleted as well.
That's exactly right. I've got one of these barcode numbers, there's still a Biblio record, and the other one, there is no longer a Biblio record in the system for it. So this one is only going to get me results where the item has been deleted, but the bibliographic record has not been deleted. The next report, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to run the same 2 barcode numbers. So the first number I've got gets me a result. When Grover moved to Sesame Street by Jocelyn Stevenson.
It's a good read.
I wouldn't be surprised if I've read that to my kids at some point. And this other one, I get no result. And in case you haven't guessed, it's because this time I'm looking at deleted items in deleted Biblio. So the first one, the Sesame Street book, the item has been deleted and the Biblio has been deleted. So this report will get the data, but it won't get it for the Brian Jakes book because the item has been deleted, but the Biblio has not been deleted. So I've got a situation where, you know, I can't use the same report for just any old barcode. If I wanted to, if I don't know if the Biblio has been deleted or not, I don't know which report to run. So a next logical step then would be to work out a way I can run a report and get the result by looking at either of those tables. And that's when this one does, but it's awkward because I get 2 author titles, author columns, and 2 title columns.
Why is that?
Well, and let me show you, so that's for the Sesame Street book. And if I run it for this other book one, I get the author over here and the title over here.
Because you're checking both.
Yeah.
Biblios.
So what I've got here is I've got the deleted item information, and I've got the deleted Biblio information and the Biblio information. And what I'm doing is instead of doing a regular join, an inner join on the Biblio and the deleted Biblio table, I'm doing a left join. So it's showing me all of the information it's always showing me all of the information from the items from the deleted items table, but it's only showing me the deleted Biblio information if the Biblio has been deleted, and it's only showing me the Biblio information if the Biblio has not been deleted. And so then you end up with these awkward empty columns.
Right.
So the way to solve that problem, the way to get it so that you've got the information in one column, no matter which barcode number you run, is to do coalesce, is one way to do it.
Very nice.
Coalesce is the easiest way I know how to do it. So what we're doing here is we're saying, give me all of the information from deleted items and join it with Biblio and deleted Biblio, and then coalesce, instead of giving me both the author from Biblio and deleted Biblio, it's saying take these two, coalesce them, combine them so that if one is blank, you get the data from the other one. If the other one's blank, you get the data from the other one. So that way I only end up with one column for author and one column for title. Now this is a real simple report that I wrote to do this one example, but you know, in the video that we did 2 weeks ago, well, it's 2 weeks for everybody else. It was like a half an hour ago for the two of us. If I go back to that report, you can coalesce things that you know, from the data that's similar from, in this case, Biblio and deleted Biblio. You can coalesce those columns, or you could coalesce in the one that we did just a little while ago. We did, I think it was number 8. We coalesced a column with data in it and an empty and a string, so that we could get. Yes, this is the one.
Right. So your digital content there, you gave a value.
Right. Here we said if this value, if there's no value here, plug in a string that just has a 0 in it. That way we could put a essentially that way we didn't have a blank space in that row. And
my OCD alarm doesn't go off.
Yeah, because that would drive Christopher nuts if there's a but by using coalesce there, so we could put any column there. We could say join, you know, combine the data from this one and this one. If this one's empty, put the other one there. It's kind of like an if-then statement, but you don't have to, and that's actually what you said you used in some of those cases.
You're right.
It's an if-then statement, but this coalesce, you don't have to do, if this is blank, then this, otherwise this. You can just say, show me these two fields. If one of them is empty, show me the other one. And so that gets us a 0 there and a 0 here. So coalesce is a really useful SQL function that I find it particularly useful when you're trying to get information, particularly from Biblio and deleted Biblio.
Right, right.
Because that is, you know, with a system as big as ours, it's not uncommon for me to get those questions about, you know, I've got a book, I scan it, nothing happens. This way I can just scan that barcode and it'll give me information about that. And I don't have to go, well, I have to run this report if the Biblio is deleted and this report if it hasn't. So this way I just run one report.
That's great. Well, George, thank you very much. I appreciate it when I learn a new feature. I've not worked with Coalesce before, but it certainly is something that would come in handy with reports, and especially filling in the gaps where there's no data, or you know, pulling from a couple different tables. That's very, very handy, and I appreciate learning about that. So thank you very much for sharing that.
No problem. So like I said, this video is a lot shorter than the last one. So.
It is short and sweet. So thank you very much.
See you later.
See you in a couple weeks.